I'm Gila Archer, it's good to see you. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through a Pilates workout that is suitable for beginners. All you need is a mat, and let's get going. Okay, so come to the back of your mat, and let's just get started by taking a little check-in on our posture. Your feet are hip width apart, and I want you to just do a few pelvic tilts to find your neutral spine. So you're going to tuck the tailbone under, okay, so you're flattening the back, tilt the tailbone the only opposite direction so you're hollowing the back, and then just rock the pelvis forwards and backwards and find your midway point. This is what we call your neutral spine in Pilates, okay? It's a safe, effective position to work in, and we're aiming for our pelvis to be parallel to the floor and the tailbone pointing down to the floor. You will have probably a slight curve in the lower back, and that's perfectly normal. Okay, so when you're there, I want you to just do a few shoulder rolls. Take the shoulders up to the ears, and then slide the shoulder blades down into your back pockets. Just do one more. So let the shoulders settle down and away from the ears, the thumbs are pointing forwards, and draw the chin into the chest, lengthen up through the back of the neck. And then I want you to just connect with these deep abdominals. So imagine a hipster belt, and you're just pulling it in a notch tighter than you would do normally. So you're bracing here, you're knitting these abdominals together. It's not a sucking of your tummy in, and it's not a pushing out, okay? You're literally just knitting these abdominals together. Imagine if I had a baked bean can and I threw it at your stomach, your abdominals here will be so connected, so strong, so rock solid, that baked bean can is just going to bounce back off. Okay, that's what we're imagining, that's what we're aiming for. And then just take a moment to think about your breathing. So breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. So in Pilates we do our lateral breathing into the rib cage, and I explain more about your neutral spine, your core, connect with your core, your breathing and your posture in some of my other videos in more detail. So if you're really new to this and you're not quite sure what I mean, then it might be worth checking out those videos as well, because I go through it in more detail for you. But we're breathing into the rib cage. Okay, we're going to start by dropping the chin to the chest and just taking it into a little roll down. So rolling through the spine. Now here, if you want to bend your legs and just take your weight onto your thighs to give your back a bit of support, if it's feeling a bit delicate, you can. Otherwise, you can just let the arms and head hang as you roll down. Then tuck under. Rebuild that spine, rounding the back, stacking those vertebrae back one on top of the other, one vertebrae at a time, bringing the shoulders back down. Well done. So we're going to take in a little breath. Bring the arms up, look up to the ceiling, bring the arms down, exhale, curling down. So we're just trying to get some movement through the spine, releasing and separating the vertebrae. Even those sticky parts of your back that want to move all together. And then we're curling back up. Bring the pelvis into position, rebuild the spine, bringing the shoulders back and down. Well done. One more. Breathe in. Breathing out, chin to chest. Curling down. And this time, as you reach as far as you can go, you're going to walk the hands forwards and bring yourselves into what we call a box position. So hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. And we're going to take it into a cat stretch. So we're rounding the back, tucking the tailbone under, looking through our knees. Then walk the eyes along the floor, tip the tailbone the other way, and just hollow the back. This is sometimes called a cow stretch. So let's just take it into a cat stretch. Really nice for the back, this. And then into a cow stretch. Just taking it from one extreme to the other. So now we're going to make that movement smaller and smaller, and you want to find your midway point again, your neutral spine, but in this position. Okay, so take it into swimming. Some people call it Superman. Either way, we're taking opposite arm and leg, if you can, onto the floor and bringing it back in. So opposite arm and leg. And now you can, if you want, you can break this down further. You can just do your legs or just do your arms. If you feel happy here, you can lengthen and lift. So balancing on two parts of the body here, we're thinking about our core stability. So keep the hand lower than the shoulder and the foot lower than the hip. We're keeping the shoulders and the pelvis as still as we can, even as we change from one side to the other. And then exhale as you lengthen away. Inhale as you come back in. The breathing is one of the hardest things to get. Exhale as you lengthen. Inhale as you come back in. But if you're a beginner, don't worry about it too much. You've got lots of other things to think about. But just make sure you're not holding your breath. And the breathing will come. We'll do one more on each side. Exhale as you lengthen. Inhale as you come in. Exhale as you lengthen. Inhale as you come in. Well done. Take it back into that cat stretch. Then we're going to take the tailbone down to the heels. Keep the elbows lifted. Hover the nose along the floor with the elbows lifted as close to the floor as you can. Keep coming until you see your fingers. Bring your elbows in and push back up. So we're going to tuck back under. Chin to chest, round the back. Lengthen through the spine here into a child's pose. Hover that nose. Keep the elbows lifted off the floor, working this upper body strength here now and pushing back up. Do one more, tuck under. Lengthening through the spine. Hovering the nose along the floor and pushing back up. Well done. Lay yourself down onto your front now and we're going to do a little bit of work strengthening through what we call the posterior chain, so strengthening through the back and the back of the legs. So you're going to bring your arms out to the side. This is called Swan Dive. Arms out to the side so they're bent at 90 degrees. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears and think about drawing that imaginary belt in again. As if you, almost if you're trying to draw your tummy just away from the floor slightly. You're not sucking it in, but you're just connecting with those deep abdominals. Okay. We're going to lengthen and lift one leg and lower and then the other. So just start with the legs. It doesn't have to lift high, just lengthen and lift and lower. That feels okay. You're going to bring in the opposite arm. So the opposite arm to the leg is lifting. Opposite arm to leg. And you may find as you lift the arm that you can lift the upper body a little bit as well. If you struggle with that, you can keep both arms on the floor. Okay, so that's an option for you if you want it. If you're okay, go back to that single arm, just lifting that upper body slightly. Exhale as you lengthen and lift. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lengthen and lift. Good. Let's do 4 more, keeping the shoulders down and away from the ears. So again, not lifting high, we're just working, strengthening the upper back here and the lower back. Working the glutes. I've lost count. Let's do 1 more. Well done. And then just push back into a child's pose again. Just release that back off in the opposite direction. Good job. Okay, so we're going to take it now into side kick. So this is a core stability exercise. We're going to lay on our side. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. If for any reason that's uncomfortable, you can put a small towel or a thin cushion underneath your hip if you want to. You're going to draw that waist away from the floor, or imagine you are as you connect with the deep abdominals. Your hand, to begin with, just have it in front, but try and just have light touch on your fingers so you're not gripping onto anything. And then we're just going to lift the top leg, just about hip height, flex the foot and lower. So we're going to point and lift, flex and lower. Good. So you don't have to lift too high. And flex and lower. Good. Well done. Do one more. Then we're going to lift that top leg up and bring the top leg forwards and back without your hips throwing you off balance. So keep it a small movement, not too much pressure or work going on with these hands here. We want to be working your core. Good. Do one more forwards, one more back, and then take that top leg into a little circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Change direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Lower that top leg down, bend it over the bottom leg, and we're just going to lift and lower that bottom leg. So we're going to lift, squeeze at the top and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Keep squeezing, lift and squeeze and lower. Lift. 2 more. Lift. Last one. And then you're going to take it up and do little presses. Press 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And relax down. Well done. Bring both knees up now. I'm just going to come forwards a little bit. Bring both knees up. Release your underneath arm. And if you want something underneath your head here, you can. So your head is comfortable and it's relaxed. So you're not holding your head here. All right. And you're going to take the top arm. We're going to open out into a chest stretch. Take the arm behind you. Keep going and bring it back. Okay, so the arm is going to stay straight. Just twisting round so you can see me a bit better here. Take it behind you and back. So just stretching out, opening out through the chest and coming back. Well done. Do one more. Good job. Let's do one more. Exhale. And inhale. Well done. Good. So we're going to repeat that on the other side. So bring your legs round. So you're laying on your other side now in a nice straight line. Drawing that waist away from the floor. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked, hand in front. And we're going to lift the top leg. Flex and lower. Point and lift. Flex and lower. And again. Just to about hip height. One more. And then we're going to lift the leg and bring it in front and behind. You want to try and keep this pelvis as still as you can here. So keep the movement small. You don't want to be rocking forwards and backwards too much. If your hand's on the floor, make sure it's nice light touch. One more. Squeeze the glutes as you take the leg behind. Good, into a circle. Nice little circle. Keeping that stability through the pelvis. 2, 1. Change legs. Sorry, change direction. 3, 2, 1. Good job, well done. Bring that top leg, bend it over, relax it on the floor. And then we're going to lift and lower that bottom leg. And lift and squeeze at the top. Lift and squeeze and lower. Lift and squeeze and lower. And again, squeeze and squeeze. 2 more. And lift. Working these inner thighs and lift. Lift it up, little presses. Press 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and lower down. Well done. So you're bringing both knees up again. You're bringing your underneath arm out in front of you, top arm on top, make sure the head is relaxed and opening out that arm. Behind you, about 180 degrees, so just opening up through the chest, taking some rotation through the spine. Exhale as you open. Inhale as you come back in. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Well done. Okay, come round onto your back now for me. Onto your mat, on your back, and let's just take it into what we call the 100. So we're going to just find your neutral spine in this position. So do a few pelvic tilts, find your midway point. If you want to, you can check with your hand, and you should just be able to get your hand under, say, to the first knuckle. Brace your abdominals, think of that imaginary belt again, just coming in a notch tighter than normal, arms are down by the side. And I'm going to give you 2 options here. You can just hold one leg up, okay, for 5 breaths, and then we'll change legs. Or, if you feel okay, you may find that you can do both legs. Keep them bent, keep the knees in line over the hips, and you should feel those deep abdominals working just to hold the legs in that position, hold your pelvis in neutral. Okay, and we're just going to breathe. You've got the option to keep the hands by the side or to do a little arm float. So we're going to breathe as we take the arms over and back. Exhale. Inhale. Keep checking in on your technique, because as you're doing this and holding it, your muscles will start to fatigue, and what you don't want to do is that back to pull away from the floor. So if you feel you're losing your technique, then just hug the knees in, take a little rest, and then come back to it and do some more. Swap legs if you're doing a single leg and you need to do it on the other side. So just building up your endurance here. You may not be able to do the whole set all in one go to begin with, and that's fine. Just do as many as you can, have a little break, then come back and do some more. That's your last one, and then hug the knees into the chest. Much better to do fewer and do them well than to keep going and lose your technique, do them badly, okay? So it's quality, not quantity. Okay, bring the feet flat on the floor, bring them in a little bit closer to your tailbone than normal, and let's just tuck that tailbone under. Peel the spine off the floor. We're going to bring it into our shoulder bridge. Coming up, so the knees, hips and shoulders in a gentle sloping line. You're squeezing the glutes here and the hamstrings. Going to bring both arms up and over, rest them on the floor, and then walk that spine back down. Now you want to try and lay the spine down in a straight line, vertebrae by vertebrae, in order, and bring the arms back down. Well done. Breathe in. Breathe out. Tuck the tailbone under. Peel that spine off the floor. So there'll be sticky parts of your back. Double arm float. Leave the hands on the floor. Just work through those sticky parts more slowly, with nice control. Good, we're going to do a couple more. So this exercise is all about improving the mobility through your spine. And of course, we've got a bit of posterior work going on here as well in the glutes and the hamstrings. Do one more. Making sure those knees stay in line over the hips. Mine always want to go out to the side, so just do a little check-in on them. Curling back down. Bringing the arms back down, and just bring the knees in, just hug the knees into the chest. Well done. Take the arms and legs away in opposite directions. Just take it into a nice full body stretch. And then bring yourselves round to sitting, however you are comfortable. And let's just take it into a little seated spine twist here. So we're just going to take our left hand onto the outside of our right leg, right hand behind, sit up nice and tall, and gently turn towards the back of the room. And then release. Change sides, sit up nice and tall first, and then gently turn. Come back to centre. Chin to chest. Let's take it into a little roll down, curling down. Relax forwards over the legs if that's comfortable for you. You may feel that stretching in the lower back or the hips or the hamstrings, depending on what position you're sat in, and curling back up. Reach over to the side. Keep the sitting bones down and to the other side. Well done. Just take the hands onto the lower back, draw the elbows together, just open out through the front of the chest. Well done. Link the fingers, drop the chin to the chest, round the upper back. Just feel as if you're hugging a big tree, drawing those shoulder blades apart. Come up, back up to sitting. Turn the palms away from you. Bring the arms up towards the ceiling. Draw the shoulders down. And release. Take a deep breath in. And out. One more time, breathe in. And out. Last time. Bring the hands down through centre as you breathe out. Well done. You're all done. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, please pop them in the comments below or let me know how you get on with it. I love to hear from people. If you enjoyed the video and you'd like to, please press like, click the thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel as well. That really helps me, and it sends you a notification when I upload some more videos. And again, if you would like to support these videos and my channel, then please buy me a chocolate bar. There's a link on the banner, and I'll put one under this video as well, and that will support me and help me to continue to help you as well by providing and offering you more videos, more workouts that you can do and enjoy. So I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and I will see you very soon.